This is Bethany. You know who Jesus is, don't you, Bethany?
Yeah.
Can you tell the camera who Jesus is? What do you sing in your songs? She sings Jesus is the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords, don't you?
Yeah.
But she's gone a bit shy. As I was growing up, I always felt a little bit different because I did go to church and not many of my friends did. At senior school, I remember having different views from my friends and things that they thought were okay to do, I didn't. I knew Jesus died for my sins and I wanted to live rightly because of that. But my friends would say things like, if Jesus died for sins, then why don't you sin more and make his death worthwhile? I knew that couldn't be right, but at the time I just didn't know how to answer them. It didn't trouble me to be different, but it did trouble me that I couldn't explain, why I believed what I believed. Over time, my life started looking a bit more like those around me, and I joined in things that I shouldn't have done. And for some things, I really felt awful for it. I remember reading my Bible at night, particularly Matthew 5, and it would worry me because I'd know from what I read that I really deserved God's judgment for the things that I'd done and the way I treated him and my family and friends. But I knew that wasn't the end of the story. I just didn't know how it all fitted together and what was the end of the story. So at university, I ended up on a short course to understand what Christians believe, and the leaders were really patient in answering all my questions. They helped me look at the Bible, and I started understanding that the Bible is basically a book with one message from God, that whoever we are, we all need rescuing from the future judgment to come, and the only person that can rescue us is Jesus. So I think death and judgment don't really hold the same fear for me now that they did, because I know that I've accepted and trust God's mercy to me in Christ. My God is so strong and so mighty, there's nothing my God cannot do.